So almost every time I upload a video, I get flooded with comments of people telling me that they got an ad for an MLM or some other get-rich-quick scheme while watching my video. Like, seriously, probably almost a quarter of my comments are just people letting me know that they got an MLM ad on one of my videos. Got one of these BS get-rich-quick ads on this video. I like how there's an MLM commercial right before watching this. Got an ad telling me how to bring more people into my downline. Okay, the ad before this video was a guy advertising his MLM-like business. YouTube showed me an ad for a web class teaching people how to recruit hundreds of people for their downline team. Gross. You may be wondering why someone would place an MLM ad on an anti-MLM video, or why I would allow such ads to be played on my channel. The thing is, the person who produced the ad has very little control over where their ad ends up. Likewise, I have very little control over which ads get played on my videos. YouTube's algorithm uses keywords to determine which videos would be best suited for specific types of ads. Even though my channel is obviously dedicated to criticizing the multi-level marketing industry, many of the keywords and phrases in my videos are MLM, network marketing, direct selling, home-based business, and so on and so forth. The algorithm then uses these keywords or phrases to match my video with ads that have similar keywords or phrases. I'm actually not too bothered by the fact that I have pro-MLM ads on my videos. I know that my subscriber base is skeptical of these ads, and I trust that none of you will get sucked in by some dude saying that he's found the secret to making $50,000 in 1 week. I make money from ads that get played on my videos, so in a very real sense, and whether they're aware of it or not, these network marketing masters and MLM companies are literally paying me to expose them. I'm very much okay with this. I'm okay with taking money that would have been used in a system that takes advantage of vulnerable people and using it towards spreading awareness and education on how dangerous these types of schemes are. And when I watch anti-MLM type content, YouTube also shows me ads for MLMs or other similar schemes. In fact, there's this one particular ad that I have gotten literally every single day for months straight. It's the most annoying thing ever. I really don't know how much money this guy paid to have his ad played so frequently, but yeah, I see it every day. It's also a very memorable ad. You'll get what I mean when you watch it. This leads me to what I'll be doing today, which is roasting the ads that get played on my videos. However paradoxical it may be, while watching this video, it's possible that you'll get an ad for the very same ad I'm roasting. And if this happens, please drop me a comment. I'll be very interested to know if this happens to you. First up is the ad that I see every single day. It's produced by this man named Adam Chandler, who is selling this service called Digital Upline. Let's go ahead and roll the ad.
Warning to all network marketers.
Warning! 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 Phyllis!
If you don't stop doing these 3 things immediately, you will quickly run out of prospects for your business, and any quality prospects or team members that you do have, you will send running for the hills.
So the first thing I noticed about this is that he opens up his ad with an appeal to fear. Consider the words and phrases he uses. Warning, stop doing immediately, quickly run out of prospects, send running for the hills. They grab your attention. He's insinuating that you're going to fail in your network marketing business unless you stop doing the 3 things he's about to talk about. It's scare tactics. And I'm sure at some point he's going to give you advice on what you should be doing instead, and then just so happen to be selling something that will help you with this. Of course, appealing to fear or scare tactics is used all the time in advertising, but I rarely see scare tactics used so gratuitously. It almost harkens back to the era of the snake oil salesman who fear-mongered, among many other things, in order to peddle their cure-all remedies. On a production note, I find it quite odd that it appears as though he's using a webcam, and for some reason, the camera keeps moving as his body moves. The overall quality of the ad is pretty poor, and I find that interesting considering a lot of these network marketing gurus claim to be rolling in cash. Like, if you're so successful in your business, then why not try and invest and make your ads a bit more polished and professional?
I'm about to show you a new way of enrolling 4 to 7 excited new prospects week after week like clockwork. Hi, my name is Adam Chandler, and I used to completely suck at generating leads and enrolling new distributors into my business before I discovered what I call the upside down enrollment method. Once I discovered this game-changing recruiting strategy, I enrolled 10 new reps into my business in just my first week and then replaced my income from my full-time job just a couple months later.
It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened.
Yeah, I would like to believe that he was able to quit his job only a few months after implementing this upside down enrollment method thing, but that just sounds way too good to be true. And he's basically trying to entice people with this rags to riches story of how he used to be horrible at recruiting, but is now this master recruiter because he started using this new method. Which, as a reminder, he just happens to be selling. Also, upside down enrollment method, for some reason, that term really reminds me of how a lot of MLMers will refer to the MLM structure as a reverse funnel system. They do this to describe the structure without having to use the words pyramid or triangle. Either way, they're still describing a structure where you're compensated for not only your sales, but also for the sales of anyone you recruit under you, which is pyramiding. I kind of have a feeling his upside down enrollment method is really just another heavily disguised way to capitalize off of vulnerable people, but let's keep watching to find out.
So here's what you must stop doing immediately if you want to be taken seriously as a business owner and not send prospects running for the hills. Number 1, stop doing home parties. It's stressful for you and it's awkward for them and everyone feels it.
I largely agree with him here. At-home parties can be pretty uncomfortable, and I wouldn't even necessarily call them parties. They're basically just hours-long sales pitches MLMers make to their friends and family, where there just happens to be food and sometimes games. They're made to sound fun and casual, but really at the end of the day, whoever is hosting the party is hoping to make some cash off of their guests. The era of hosting your local Avon or Mary Kay rep at your home and inviting over all of your friends and family is also kind of a thing of the past. It's much more common now for people to have virtual parties on social media, but trust me, I know from personal experience that these virtual parties can be just as awkward.
Number 2, stop doing cold prospecting. With cold prospecting, you have to manually talk to maybe 20 or 30 people to make one measly sale. And because you are the bottleneck, when you stop, so does your sales and your enrollments. Plus, because you are asking them rather than the other way around, you are in a position of weakness rather than power with your prospects.
Again, I agree with him that MLMers should stop cold prospecting or cold messaging. Receiving messages about MLM opportunities from random strangers is annoying as hell. I think anyone that has at least one account on a social media platform has had this happen to them. But cold prospecting does work in some cases. Business models like telemarketing find that cold prospecting is profitable in the long term. For every 100 calls they may only make one sale, but that one sale makes up for the 99 no's. This doesn't mean that this business model is any less scammy, but it does work in the long run. I don't quite understand why he says that cold prospecting puts you in a position of weakness. Whether you're prospecting a random person or prospecting someone you already know, you are still the one doing the asking. By his logic, either way, you're still in a position of weakness. I have a feeling, though, that what he's saying here isn't necessarily an argument against reaching out to random people, but rather a primer for whatever system or coaching he's going to try and close us on.
Number 3 is to stop spamming links and pictures of your products all around social media. No one cares about your products. What they do care about is themselves and solving their own problems.
I know I sound like a broken record, but again, I agree with him on this. I hate it when one of my friends on Facebook joins an MLM and suddenly they're posting about their products like 20 times a day. And he hit the nail on the head when he said, no one cares about your products. They care about solving their own problems. He's extremely right about this. In an MLM, the products are pretty much irrelevant. They're not what they're actually trying to sell. What they're trying to sell people on is the opportunity. They're trying to sell people the dream. MLMs target people's vulnerabilities, things like their financial situation, their concern for their children, their declining health, and claim that they can solve all of these problems through their MLM business. Of course, for the majority of people, this never comes to fruition. As we know, 99.6% of people in MLMs make no money or lose money.
When you drop these outdated methods for a real system like the upside down enrollment method, you get some much needed leverage in your business by employing systems and automation. The upside down enrollment method is a new way to start enrolling 4 to 7 excited new reps every single week in your business. I detail the entire process in a guidebook called the Downline Accelerator Playbook. In the playbook, you'll learn the fastest way to scale your network marketing business without hating your life, how to implement a simple system that pre-qualifies and pre-converts your prospects so that you only follow up with them when they are already interested, primed, and further along in the buying process, how to filter out bad prospects so that you don't waste time with the wrong people, which is the fastest way to separate yourself from the struggling masses.
Even though I have largely agreed with him so far, this is where we diverge. He's talked a lot about why people don't succeed in recruiting, namely because they're using what he terms outdated recruitment methods. But I would actually argue that it doesn't matter what recruitment methods you are using. The majority of people are still going to lose out. He's missing the real reason that people in MLMs are largely unsuccessful, but at the same time, he's kind of illustrating why. People aren't successful because the focus is primarily recruiting. Endless chain business models don't work because they incentivize purposely saturating the market to the benefit of a select few at the top of the chain. But I actually think Adam knows this. I mean, he said it himself that the products don't really matter. I don't think he cares whether or not he helps people build successful MLM businesses, but rather he's found a way to capitalize on the droves of people that are having trouble recruiting by selling them supposed recruitment tools. It actually reminds me a whole lot of the California gold rush of the mid-1800s. The people that actually profited the most during the gold rush weren't the gold miners. Actually, most of the miners ended up losing money. But the people that made the most money were those who sold the miners the tools they needed, things like shovels and sifting pans.
Now is the time for you to create some real leverage and momentum in your business by learning the most cutting-edge marketing strategy to get only the best prospects running after you. All you have to do now is tap that link below, get instant access to your Downline Accelerator Playbook. So do that now. Hit that link right now. Get your playbook today, and I'll see you on the other side.
So I took the bait and I tapped on the link to download his digital playbook. I had to enter an email address to get the playbook, so I, of course, opened a new Gmail account under a fake name so he wouldn't have any of my personal information. I read through the playbook and, surprise, surprise, about 90% of it was just the exact same things he said in the ad, with a few details thrown in. Something I noticed that was different was that he included how much he made in the first 3 months of 2019 from using the upside down enrollment method. He claimed to have made almost $200,000 in just 3 months.
It's a total fabrication.
Now, I'm not sure what the legality is here, and he's not representing an MLM company as far as I know. However, in the MLM sphere, the FTC doesn't permit reps to make income claims, and this would definitely count as an income claim. And he didn't even include any fine print saying results may vary. He's straight up implying that you could make $200,000 in 3 months by following his method. Another interesting thing is that when I clicked to download the playbook, it also automatically opened a web page where I was supposed to sign up for a Zoom consultation where I would work with Adam, or I guess one of his lackeys, to develop what they call a marketing game plan. To book a Zoom appointment, I basically needed to fill out this application detailing some of my business goals, indicating if I had funding for marketing and how soon I wanted to get started. From the wording of the application, it was really like I was going to have to sell myself on why they should work with me. As an example, one of the application questions was, if selected to work together, how soon could you get started? The wording makes it sound like it would be some special honor for me to be selected. But here's the thing in all of this. From the ad on YouTube to the 20-page playbook, up to the point where I was supposed to sign up for a Zoom consultation, which I didn't do, by the way. I really have no desire to speak with any of these guys in person. I still have no idea what Adam is actually selling. I can't tell if it's some type of software that tracks your engagement on social media or if it's some new technique to pitching to people you know. I have no idea what it is. All I know is that it's called the upside down enrollment method and that he's claiming it will make you tons of money. But he has yet to detail what it actually is. But somehow he's led me all the way up to the point of me trying to sell myself on why he and his company should take the time to consult with me on my business. And this is when it dawned on me. This is the upside down enrollment method. He's actually using it right now to get people sucked into his digital upline thing. It's just a sales funnel that gradually gets you more and more invested without you even realizing it. It's not that you'll have prospects genuinely interested in your opportunity, but it's more like you'll be tricking people into clicking on never-ending sales funnels where the script is gradually turned on them to make it so they end up being the ones pitching to you. It's honestly brilliant in a way, but it's also the telltale signs of a con man. He's right when he says no one cares about the products, because not once does Adam ever explain what it is that he's actually selling. Instead, he remains vague and uses common manipulation tactics such as appealing to people's fears, targeting people's vulnerabilities, and claims of extravagant wealth if you just buy whatever he's selling. Clicking on any of his links will just pull you further and further down his sales funnels until you're in too deep to get out. Next time, we'll be doing a part 2 to this video. We'll be introduced to a woman named Lindsay Wilson, who really believes in us as women entrepreneurs.
You're a successful woman entrepreneur who knows you have $1 billion business inside of you, but has no idea how.
And of course, her belief in our success is definitely not motivated by the fact that she's trying to make money off of us. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, follow me on Twitter at the Antibot, follow me on Instagram at TaylorLee_1993, consider pledging to my Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one. Say bye!